Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suhail and I make obviously bookish videos here on YouTube. I am gonna be rearranging my bookshelf, and I was like, why not make a video? You know what I mean? Why not make a video out of it? Because I feel like I enjoy watching people rearrange their bookshelves, and I feel like every single time I make a video about my bookshelf, I always do like a speed through and like a not talking. But today I feel like talking, so we're gonna be rearranging while also talking to you about my bookshelf. So if you enjoy those type of videos, you're welcome. Okay, so this is like my favorite romance, and this is the bookshelf that inspired me to do this video. So this one is almost done. The only one that I'm gonna remove is King of Greed because I have not read it yet. So obviously I want to keep the books that I have read separate from the ones that I have already read. So this one has to go to my TBR. I did want to sell Archer's Voice. I know that it is one of my favorite romances of all time, but honestly I don't see myself rereading. I mean, maybe. I did want to get rid of Archer's Voice, but I annotated it, so now I can. In the last few months, I have realized that I have annotated a lot of books that I want to get rid of, like Babel. I want to get rid of Babel, but I have annotated it, so obviously I can't. So I think from now on, whenever I annotate a book, I'm gonna do it like on an ebook, obviously, because in an ebook you can kind of like just highlight. But if it's like a physical copy, I might annotate like with pencil and pen if I am doing a reread of one of my favorite books and I want to purposely annotate it. But if it's just like the first time I'm reading a book and I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, or if I'm gonna like keep it or sell it, then I'm only gonna do tabs. So yeah, this one I thought I had only done tabs, but I have not. I actually have highlighted quite a lot, so I will not be getting rid of this one. These two, honestly, these are the next ones to go from this shelf. Like if I need more space in this shelf, these are the next ones that are gonna go, because these are my favorites right now, but these are books that I can see me like falling out of love with. Like this one, I feel like the only reason why I really love this book is because of BTS, and it's mentioned in it, so I might put this in my BTS shelf. Now that I say it out loud, I might do that. I'm gonna see like if I have space, and if I have space, then I'm gonna put this in my BTS shelf. And then this one is my favorite Emily Henry, and I feel like because I have never liked any of the Emily Henry books and I did enjoy this one a lot, I feel like I'm always like gravitated towards it, and like my head kind of like thinks that it's like a favorite, but it's not like my favorite compared to other books that are not Emily Henry, if that makes sense. So I only have it here because I have nowhere else to put it, but it might leave, you know, in the future. So I have Archer's Voice, like I said. I have Terms and Condition. I do have the first book in the series, the fine print, yeah, right here, but I didn't love it, so it didn't make it to my favorites. I have King of Wrath, King of Pride. Out of these, if I do have to remove one, it will be the King of Pride one, but so far they can both go in here. Spanish Love Deception. I did love the second book, but I didn't love it as much as the first one, so the first one is the only one that made it. And then we have The Unhoneymooners. Ashley Poston is one of my favorite new authors, not new authors, but one of my new favorite authors. So obviously her books are like front and center, as well as Abby Jimenez. I love Abby Jimenez. This one, Love Holly, amazing book, highly recommend. And then Half a Soul, love Half a Soul. The Honeymooners is one of those books that I read like back in the day, and I till this day cannot get over it. I have reread it maybe like 3 times. For example, The Hating Game is a book that I was completely obsessed with, and for the years I don't know, I just fall out of love with them, and The Unhoneymooners has been one of those books that I have yet to fall out of love with, so obviously it's gonna stay there. Then I have the Windy City series. This is my favorite adult romance series, so if it's spicy, this is kind of like if you want spice and romance, this is the series. Also, this one, The Icebreaker, and I think this is called the Maple Hills series. But yeah, this one is also very spicy. This is like college age people. This one is more like adults. And then I also have Ana Huang. If you want more like a romance, not that much spice, maybe like one spicy scene or anything like that, I would say Abby Jimenez or Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston, I don't even know if she has spice in her books, but amazing books. Then I have the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I always have to read that title because it's so long. Stationery Shop, amazing. If you like The Notebook, I feel like you're gonna like this one. And then obviously Mariana Zapata, the queen of slow burn. I truly love her books. I feel like No one does slow burn like she does. She has to be in my favorites. Now, if I did have to remove a book from here, this will be the first one to go. This is out of all three of them. This is the one that I don't like absolutely loved, but I still liked it enough to make it to my favorites. This is the shelf that I want to put my romance in, so let's do that now. I just realized that this is a different bookshelf, so it might not fit like the way that it does here. This is longer. Ugh. Okay, so I am gonna have to get rid of some favorites. I'm gonna do these two for Mariana Zapata. Is there another romance that I want to add? So this is what it ended up looking like. My mushroom right here. And I did have to move Happy Place. So, okay, so this is my fantasy bookshelf. I do want to take out Iron Flame because I might sell it. I'm not even gonna lie, I might sell it. I did not love it as much as Fourth Wing, and I already have Fourth Wing. It's annotated, it's already in my favorites. So I will not be moving that one, but this one might get sold. So this is the first one I'm gonna be decluttering. I do have Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior, which are definitely staying. And then I am keeping this one. So far, I have not read it, but I am doing a vlog on this one right now as we're speaking. So I will be reading this week, and if I do have to remove it, then it's not, you know, a very long book. I can just make a little bit of space. Witch of Wild Things is one that I personally, okay, this is supposed to be a romance, but the reason why I don't have it in my romance shelf is because I like the world building in this book the best. Like, that's why it's one of my favorites, not because of the romance. So I do keep it in my fantasy, but I'm gonna put it like in the romance for now, just so I can make space up here. Also, I am gonna move this. This is a sign that says bookish vibes only. I don't know where I'm gonna put this, but I am removing that for now. And I'm gonna put the Once Upon a Broken Heart series in this side. I do have to buy the second book still, so I do have to make space for that. And then I also have Caraval and Legendary. So I would say maybe like that much, you know what I mean? And we have Ruthless Vows, which is the second book in the Letters of Enchantment series. I reread Divine Rivals this year and I absolutely adored it, just like I did the first time I read it. So obviously I am keeping that one. This one, on the other hand, I feel like it didn't hit as hard or like as good as the first one. I did not love this one. I think I rated it like 3.5. I will get rid of this version, but I did order the Fairy Loot version. I will insert a picture so you guys can see it. That one is obviously going to stay with me forever because I still enjoyed it. I wasn't obsessed with it like I was with the first book. I am going to keep it here because I do have to keep space for the new version, but I will be eventually getting rid of this one. And I wanted to show you guys this one that I got. This is the German version of Divine Rivals. How beautiful is that? You guys, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I am going to be displaying them like so. And then, actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that like I wanted to. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be displaying it. I am going to be putting this one here. Bye. And then I also wanted to show you something that my German version came with, and it was an art print. Look at how beautiful this is. Are you kidding me? Love it. So I am gonna be displaying that right here. And then it also came with this letter from the author. I feel like I have space for maybe one more, and I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna keep this with my fiction. I'm gonna do Under the Whispering Door because it's one of my favorites and I just truly love it. Yeah. Okay, so then here, I'm going to leave this space open because I'm going to put Finale and the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series here. I am going to have to buy them soon so that empty space does not bother me, but I am going to try to find them secondhand on Pango first, and yeah, that's kind of like what I'm going for. Okay, so then I'm going to put no face right here. And then this is like my little book stamp. Normally I have that here, so I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna put my little slow burn sticker. I'm gonna put that here because I feel like it's like in the middle. It's like in the way. You can see it in my videos, but at the same time it's like, you know, close to my romance section. Okay, so far here I have my ACOTAR series, my how do you call it, Folk of Air series. This one I still am missing the third book. I don't know if I am. You can't even see me. In this one I have read all of them except Harry Potter. I have still not read Harry Potter, and I do have the first book. This is like the graphic one, like the illustrated version, so obviously I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I will be putting the first book underneath because I was trying to read it and I just forgot. I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot about it. I have to be in the mood, okay? I'm not getting rid of anything that's Harry Potter. I might get rid of these are like Dragon Scales and Full Moon Magic. I like them, but I feel like, I don't know, it's like just knickknacks. So I'm gonna get rid of that. This shelf though is probably gonna go up here, and this one is gonna go down here. So we're gonna do that now. I do want to mention that I am gonna get rid of Stolen Air and this whole series. I love it, don't get me wrong, I am obsessed with this whole series, but I just feel like I'm not gonna reread it, you know what I mean? It's not like ACOTAR. I feel like ACOTAR, there's a very high chance that I might reread that one. So I'm gonna move this one for now, just see where I go with it. Then I have this Woman Kingdom and these Infinite Threads. This one I'm gonna keep. So I also have my cauldron that I have to redo because there's a lot of books in here that I have already read or gotten rid of, or new ones that I still haven't added. So I have to redo it again. All right, let's put Miss Taylor Jenkins Reid towards the middle because obviously she has to be in my videos. And then I have this is like my annotated version of Daisy Jones and the Six, and then this is the UK version. Probably gonna keep those both there for now. There you go. Then I have Mary Jane. Absolutely adored this coming of age story. It's about a teenager who, I don't know, finds like, she's like a nanny for like this couple that's like very open-minded compared to what she's used to. So it's like a brand new world, and she just basically grows a lot during that summer. So obviously I loved it. And then I'm gonna put Sally Rooney because I love her. She has to be on display as well. Oh, that's heavy. We're gonna do Convenience Store Women, which I also have like Earthlings up there, but I want to read that one first. So Convenience Store Women, Yolk. Let's go with more Asian authors. So Yellowface. I do have Tomorrow, and these two are like Hispanic characters. So obviously I love Clap When You Land. Absolutely adore this book. I cannot wait to reread it, and you can reread it really fast, like in one sitting, because it's written in prose, I think it's called. So, all right, and then I have Fat Chance Charlie Vega, which I am keeping only because I still have the space in my bookshelf, and I do want to like shout out more like Hispanic authors in this channel. So obviously I'm gonna keep her for that. I did enjoy it. It's just too YA for me, and it's obviously because it's YA, it's not one of my all-time favorite books. But for YA, I feel like I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I am gonna keep it for YouTube channel purposes. But whenever I run out of space in this bookshelf and I need to get rid of more books, this is gonna be one of the ones that goes first. Then I have my Dark Vanessa and Everyone in the Room Will Someday Be Dead. If you guys don't remember, I used to have the other version of this one, like the hardback, and I sold it. So obviously I'm not gonna get rid of this one. Okay, so I don't have much space left, so I think I'm gonna put my non-fictions here because I do want to display them, you know what I mean? And they're all the way down here. So I have I'm Glad My Mom Died and Word Slut. I don't have as many as I thought I did, but I do have a few non-fictions that I do want to buy, so I might eventually put them there. Oh, I do have to leave space for my nook, for my reading nook. So I'm gonna put the box here so that I can leave space for it. There you go. I'm gonna divide it with this little candle thingy so that we have like, you know. Now that I think about it, I am gonna put Heartstopper up here And then I will put my 2 non-fictions here. There you go. Favorite books. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's like, if you want to get to know me, just look at these 4 shelves. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot Ariadne. I'm gonna remove Normal People because I did not love Normal People. I only have it there because I want to have it with like the rest of Sally Rooney. All right, let's do mystery thrillers. I don't own a lot of mystery thrillers that I have already read. The ones that I own, most of them I have not read. So I do want to keep my ACOTAR here because I do have a series in my channel where I pick a random book from my cauldron and force myself to read it, and because that is a big part of my channel, it's not. I just said that because I want it to be. That's me manifesting it. So because of that, I will be putting my cauldron and my ACOTAR stuff here with my mystery thrillers because I want them to be still displayed on my videos. So, all right, I'm gonna do my favorites sideways like this. We have The Push. We have both of Ashley Audrain's. We have Blood Sugar, The Kind Worth Killing, The Housemaid. This one, More Than You'll Ever Know. I'm not even gonna lie. I just like the vibes of this book. I don't think it's like the best, like most life-changing book, but it did give like Evelyn Hugo vibes. I feel like the main character had like the same personality. Not the same personality, but you know, like a baddie, you know what I mean? And I loved her, so that's why it's here. But the story, debatable, you know what I mean? It's not that good. All right, then we're gonna do Gadri Henrik's. This book of his is very, like, it sticks out. So I'm gonna put it here so that we can divide. From these, I have read My Best Friend's Exorcism and the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I have not read The Final Girls Support Group, but I'm still gonna keep them together, you know what I mean? All right, then I have Alice Feeney. This one, I have read this one, His and Hers. I have not read these 2, but I'm still gonna keep them in this shelf. So basically, from here this way is my favorites, okay? This is just, you know. Oh, I really did enjoy this one, so I am gonna put She Was Gone there. I do have Verity. I know I'm gonna get hate for putting her in my favorites. You're just gonna have to accept that we have different taste, okay? We have different taste. I don't actually own any Colleen Hoovers anymore, now that I say that out loud. I have grown up. Can you believe that? I have grown up. Verity is just one of those books that, like, maybe if I reread it, I am not gonna like it, which is why I don't think I'm ever gonna reread it. But while I read it, it had me shook, okay? It had me shook. And I was also 5 years younger than I am today, so maybe my, you know, my, how do you say that? My bar was not as high as it is right now. So she's still gonna go to my favorites. Sorry. I do have The Maid, which I read. I did not love it, so I might sell this one. Gone Girl, still want to read it, but I have watched the movie. I just feel like I don't know if the book is gonna hit as hard, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I'm a little scared when it comes to reading Gone Girl, but I'm still gonna keep it. I have Lisa Jewell's The Night She Disappeared. I bought this secondhand. I'm gonna keep it there because the other one is over here, you know what I mean? And I have a very high hope that it's gonna be amazing. Then I have this edition of Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It has sprayed edges, so I am gonna be displaying that one like that. Ugh. Perfection, perfection. This one is a little tiny one called An Elderly Lady Must Not Be Crossed. And because it's tiny, I'm gonna move all of these this way and I'm gonna place it there. I feel like it looks cute in there, it looks like, you know? Then I have 3 of Lucy Foley's. I have only read the guest list, so I am gonna place her here. Actually, I'm gonna move Gone Girl. You thought I was gonna say Verity. No, I'm gonna move this one because I have not read it. So this is gonna go in my TBR. And from here, all I have to read is this one and this one. These 2. These are the only ones that I have not read. I also have The Whisper Man. I have not read this one. I hope that I can add it to this pile right here because I have really high hopes for this one. The Maidens, Gone Girl, Hunting Party, and Paris Apartment. Now that I've been to Paris, I feel like I am gonna probably like this one. kind of glad that I waited, because I did start this one in South Carolina. I am glad that I stopped it, and now I can read it here in Europe after I have already gone to Paris. So, okay guys, so I think this video is getting too long. I can already tell it's gonna be way too long, especially because I'm not gonna be doing like a fast forward, like, you know, speed through type of thing. I'm gonna be talking a lot. So I am just gonna like stop it right here and do a part 2 for the rest of the bookshelf. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you in my next one.